we finally got the Sega Genesis Mega Drive Nintendo controller. Let's talk about it. Welcome to 128KB, I'm Andy, and if you're new to the channel, go down there, hit that like and subscribe button because it really helps us out. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about this, which is the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis Nintendo controller. Okay, I know we're a little bit late to the party, but there is a reason and it's nothing to do with us. So, the rest of the world got this a couple of months ago now, maybe a month ago, something like that. But the UK, nah. Nintendo were just like, here's the N64 controller, which we've done a video on, so check that out as well if you haven't seen it already. But I thought I'd be able to buy the Mega Drive controller at the same time. No, it was just register your interest. Well, I'm interested, Nintendo. Where is it? And I've been tweeting at them for weeks now going, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Nintendo, where is it? And I've even said in other videos, where's the controller? Right? Because where is it? And then finally, Nintendo, about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, said, here you go, UK, here's the controller. Great, I went and ordered it instantly, like within the first 5 minutes of it going live. And then it still took about 2 weeks to get it to me. Everyone else got theirs, but I didn't. And I had a nice little email from Nintendo saying, unfortunately, because of whatever reason, your order is now being pushed back. Great. Right, so I had to wait even longer than anyone else. So we've got it now. That's what matters, right? And I have used it. So we're gonna do like an unboxing here because I didn't even really look in the box. I just whipped it out because I wanted to use it. AJ and I did a live stream playing all of the 2-player Sega games on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack service using the controllers. So if you haven't seen that either, you can go check that out. It's on the channel. But yeah, let's check it out. What is this, right? This is so weird. This is a Sega Mega Drive controller that has a Nintendo Switch symbol on it, and it says Nintendo on the top. Like, what? To me, this just really like spins me out. It's so strange because as a kid, my friend had a Sega Mega Drive, and we didn't really like play Nintendo or anything. We played the Mega Drive. So for me, like as an early memory, the Mega Drive controller really stuck in my mind as like, yeah, that was my very early childhood memories. That's what I used to play. So this is like big deal for me. I didn't own one. If you're new to the channel, then you probably don't know, but if you're a regular, then you already know. I didn't actually have any consoles as a kid. My first console was the Game Boy Color, and I actually played everyone else's consoles instead, basically. My brother had a PlayStation 1, the big one, and my friends had the Sega Mega Drive, and then later like the N64 and stuff like that. But for me, I just went around their houses and played them. But wow, this is the controller. I'm gonna come back to the controller. What else do we get inside the box? And I'm pretty sure it's just going to be, yeah, it's just a cable, USB-A to USB-C cable. They're quite nice cables actually. So yeah, there we go. Nothing much more to see there. So that's what you get inside the box, the controller and the USB cable. So nice and easy, right? But let's have a look at this controller. So the controller, ooh, look at that. Very, very nice. Like, this brings back so many memories. But I swear the start button was red and I swear the buttons were white. And so were these. I might be wrong, but yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like the colors have changed. But I might be wrong. I was very small. And I'm pretty sure it said trigger underneath here as well. So we still get these like gloss accents all the way around. And it feels great. It feels just like a Genesis controller or a Mega Drive controller. But there are some changes. It's not your standard Mega Drive controller. So looking at it, on the front, it looks exactly the same classic look. But the plastic is different, and I only know this because AJ has some original controllers, and it could be that they're super worn, but this has like a really nice like satin finish on it, and the other ones, the original ones, didn't, and the plastic feels a lot nicer, like the plastic is a lot better. But if we take a look around the rest of the controller, it is a bit different. First of all, look at this, it says Nintendo Sega, like that is so weird. And for me, being a kid where there was big rivalry, like Nintendo and Sega were like head to head, like Sega even had their own like comic book sort of, well, it wasn't a comic book, it was a magazine that had comic strips in it, which AJ, who's also on the channel if you didn't know, AJ used to buy these as a kid, and he used to tell me about the comic strips that people used to send in, and it was like people drawing Sonic beating up Mario and stuff like that. That was how much rivalry there was between Sega and Nintendo in the mid-90s, okay? So this is really, really weird that we have a Sega Nintendo controller like all in one. It's just so strange. But the controller feels great. On the top, we have a USB-C because yes, it is wireless. We have a USB-C just on the top there, which is amazing. I love that. We have the Switch's home button just there. And we still have the record button here for like screenshot or for filming, you know, small sort of clips. We have our mode button on the top. And I will go over the like, the actuation and stuff in a second of the buttons, but we do have another button on the bottom here, and this is to sync, and you can see here that that's to show you which player you are, so like 1, 2, 3 or 4, which is really, really nice. I mean, the thing feels great. I love the feel of it. I love the finish of it. That satin finish just looks and feels really nice, and it's nice seeing all the color like here, because I know the original ones always used to wear out. But it's great. I mean, the D-pad, which is, you know, one of these like circular ones instead, it rolls perfectly. Like that just feels so nice. It's really good. It's got the pivot point in the middle. Very, very cool. That feels great. The buttons, I swear, are clickier. And it could just be that my memory is a little bit rusty and the ones that I used to play were hammered. So they were a bit spongier in feel. So they didn't feel as nice as this. And it could just be that this is brand new, but I feel like it has been changed to make these feel better, because they do, I don't know, there's just something about that. It feels good. Start is the exact same feel. So like the button consistency is great. They're not spongy and inconsistent. Each and every button feels exactly the same as the last, which is very nice to see, because sometimes with buttons, especially on cheap controllers like third-party ones and stuff like that, they're a bit mushy, but this one feels great. Like, I really like that. But there is a difference on this mode button, and you can probably hear it. It's a lot more harsh and clicky, and I think that is to give it a bit more resistance, so that when you're playing it, you're not hitting it as much. You're not like pressing it, which will bring up the menu on Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. So that's kind of good, but I did accidentally start pushing this when I was playing it, because I have used this. Like I said, we did a live stream playing through them, and to be fair, this is the way the games are meant to be played. They're absolutely fine to play with a normal controller, with the Joy-Cons or a Pro controller, they're great. But this is definitely the way that you want to do it, just like how I much prefer playing the N64 games on the service with the actual N64 controller. So much better, like miles better. But this really, really makes a difference, especially with, say, Street Fighter 2, which is all about the moves, all about running around and pressing the buttons in the right order. Like, it felt amazing playing with this controller. I do have some concerns about the Sega sort of emulation and stuff, but that's going to be on a different video. So if you want to hear what I'm going to say, then go down there, hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure you stick around to see the next video, which will be about actually playing these games, or one game in particular, which there's a problem with. There is an issue with it. But in general, I really enjoy these games. The games that they've chosen are actually really, really fun, especially if you're playing with this original controller. And for me, this is the biggest nostalgia trip ever. It just feels great to use. I don't know. It's something kind of like wholesome about it, you know, playing it on the original like hardware. I know it's not original, but come on, pretty much is, okay? And just having this on the shelf and seeing it kind of completes me in a really weird way. And if you're as old as I am and grew up in the 90s, then you'll appreciate what I'm saying. But yeah, so that is the Sega Mega Drive controller here in the UK, which only took about 1 million years to arrive when everyone else got theirs before me. But I'm so glad I finally have it. It's so very nice. The construction and everything is great. There's no flex on it whatsoever. Like, this is a really, really, really sturdy controller. The buttons feel great. The D-pad feels great. I'm really happy with it. And if you're gonna play the Sega games and you're a fan of the Sega stuff, which sadly has been kind of overlooked, and more people are interested in the N64 stuff, which is fair enough. But for me, I really, really do enjoy playing these games, and this controller is where it's at. So if you can grab one, I highly recommend that you do. And if you want to hear more about the Sega games, well, then stick around. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and let me know if you were a Sega fan as a kid, or if you're new to the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis games completely. Let me know down in the comments. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe, and check out our website, 128kb.co.uk. Bye!